They come here, I think, because the Copper River Delta, it's this huge expanse of wetlands, which is basically completely untouched by man. It's absolutely pristine wetlands.
Most people's impression of Alaska is the places that cruise ships take them to, and this influx of thousands of people at a time. Cordova doesn't have that yet, and why people might come the extra mile to visit Cordova would be because it's off the beaten track. Being this wild is what makes this such a special place for wildlife.
There's no road here. Yeah, a lot of people don't want a road because they love Cordova how it is. There's only one of these places in the world, and we're here.
I came here 2 weeks before the first Copper River Delta Shorebird Festival. Now it's grown to where people come from the outside, we bring in renowned speakers, but even more importantly is it's raised an awareness within town of how special the Copper River Delta is. We are the most important stopover in the Western Hemisphere.
I might not be the best biologist and I might not be the best photographer, but I appreciate it from all points of view. I certainly appreciate it biologically and scientifically, just being amazed by what's going on here with these shorebirds, that these tiny little things just stop briefly and still have hundreds of miles to go to their breeding grounds. But I appreciate it aesthetically big time. Usually I'm so focused on what I'm trying to photograph, I'm not really that aware of anything else. Moving slow and deliberately and try not to spook the birds that you're trying to get pictures of. But I'm aware of the potential to ruin some very expensive gear if I'm not careful. It's a shame in some ways that it happens so fast and it's so fleeting, but I think it also helps bring appreciation for what's going on. I think it just makes it that much more special and makes it something to look forward to, year long.
I didn't grow up birding or study ornithology in college or anything like that, but I started fishing almost 30 years ago. And so I found myself out on the ocean in my boat for many, many hours, many days. And I started looking at seagulls. I just started sort of with something really basic and just kind of slowly got into it. I called myself a closet birder for years. I have in the past gotten so anxious before the first fishing opener. I mean, I get this knot in my stomach, and because it can be pretty stressful. Fishing out in the ocean, you don't know what the weather's going to be. And so as we get closer to that first opener, I have more anxiety. And nothing calms me down more than going out birding. I think it changes people that way, and I think it just gives them a greater appreciation for the natural world.
Some of my earliest memories were of my parents helping me look through a bird book before I could understand what any of the birds were, but just looking at the pictures, and I'd run around talking about the length and wingspan of this bird and that bird, and we'd go out to Harney Bay and it would just be loaded with birds. I think it's one of the great spectacles of Earth. It's, mass migration. My biggest dream is to not outlive the wilderness. I don't want to be an old man driving around this part of Alaska thinking that used to be wilderness. There's a lot of really special places that are endangered just by an influx of human beings coming into Alaska. But you'll never see a birder littering. You'll never see a birder just like throwing their chip bag out the window or on the mud flats. That's just a really cool thing to see. People recognizing what we have here.
I think anybody who goes to Hartney Bay and watches those flocks, you can't help but feel that energy. I mean, those birds are revved up. They are on a mission to feed, gain some weight, and get up in the air again and get to their breeding grounds. I think people realize we're very lucky that this is here and that we get then to share it and draw people in who get to discover what a wonderful place Cordova is.